Go deep, go long. pinkcherry.com. How money moves in society, how wealth is created in society.
People have a trouble like asking other people money. Is this like fear? Is this like what if I don't make it and I'm taking my grandma's money?
It's much better to have a smaller piece of a much bigger pie.
I'm wondering if I should tell you a secret.
CEO in motion. CEO in motion. CEO in motion. CEO in motion.
Welcome to the CEO in Motion podcast.
Wait, so,
We're rolling.
Oh, so it's filming.
It's filming. We're on. We're
Oh,
live.
shit.
Say hi to grandma. Everybody. Let's go.
All right, so Mandalay Bay.
Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. I'm here with my friend Justin Brennan.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you. So
Now you just came from doing a podcast.
can I move my seat back at all? Or?
Yeah. I think it was.
All right, a little bit.
You can move it back.
Yeah, well, no. So obviously you picked me up this morning from the airport. I flew in from Kansas City, looking at some deals that we have out there for the apartment buildings, and you then drove me to our deal out in Northwest.
I have it right
There you
here.
go. No less guy.
Show it right here. In Vegas, baby.
No less guy. And that's a 160 unit deal that we built.
Fourplexes, which by the way, I was like, one day I'm gonna have a fourplex, and here I am coming up to you, and you're like, there's 40 fourplexes right here. I was like, damn, like
160
that's big.
units.
Yeah, that's it.
44 plexes.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
And as I told you too, I said, in order to do deals of that size, you need partnerships.
Yeah.
Because it's very difficult for one individual until you get to Elon Musk status or whatever.
Yeah, until you can afford 160 units at once.
Yeah, because a deal like that, you want to buy a deal like that today, it's 70 to 75 million.
Yeah, it's a little.
So the only way to take
off.
it, you're going to take that down with like a 50 to 55 million dollar loan.
Whew.
And the rest is equity. So you private equity coming in, you got loans from the banks, but you need partnerships to do that, because I can't sign on a loan like that by myself. I need a couple people to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you need to raise the equity from a deal like that size. It's probably going to be like $10 million of private equity, $5 million of friends and family. At that.
Wow. So, but for the private equity, so it's also not good to, even if you had the 25 million, it's not a good idea to put it all on your own.
No. Why would you do that? I mean,
because then you don't want to share it.
Yeah, but you need to share. You want to share.
Okay.
Because you're scaling your money. It's much better to have a smaller piece of a much bigger pie. I mean, than it is for you to just try and take one deal, all the eggs in one basket. This is where we're going. Because then you're minimizing your scalability.
Okay.
So you should take your money in combination with investors and put it into deals. Yeah.
People, I've been in some of the coaching lessons, and people have a trouble like asking other people money. Is this like fear? Is this like what if I don't make it and I'm taking my grandma's money? By the way, if you want to see yourself, tap the back of the camera, and you can see that we're filming.
All right.
We're now on the strip.
Oh shit! So fix my hair. So I had to get over that hurdle as well.
Okay.
And this is what helped me get over it. This is really important for people to understand. How money moves in society, how wealth is created in society, how the U.S. economy is designed, and how taxes are designed with the IRS. Because once you understand all of this, it makes raising money and getting over that hurdle much better. People that have money, they know one thing. In order to make more money, I need to move that money. When I say move the money, it needs to move into investments, it needs to move into businesses, it needs to move into things that are generating interest on my money.
So people don't have 25 million in their bank accounts.
No.
The rich people spread it out.
Very few people have 25 million liquid.
Right.
I mean, there's a very small
You gotta have 100 million in assets or something.
Right. Very few people are running around with 25 million liquid cash at any given time. That money's into deals, into assets, into investments, so it can make more money.
Yeah.
Because sitting in a bank account, you might as well just
Burn
take
it.
lighter fluid and let it go, because it's not doing you any good sitting in a bank account.
Yeah.
Anybody that has 25 million liquid cash has 100 million in liquid cash, but 75 of it's in investments, and 25 is, okay, I need some reserves.
Yeah, a little cushion, a little pillow, 25
Right.
million.
That's how that goes down. When somebody has so much money that, okay, 25 is not much to them.
Yeah, they can just actually keep it. So I didn't introduce you fully. So
No.
you're the founder of Multifamily School. I want to know like how you started. I want to know like about the person, because whenever somebody's on here and they've already made it, this podcast is about the transition, like the road to that success. So the CEO
Gotcha.
notion, sort of like what was that road? And most people have an awesome story of like rags to kind of making it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen both.
Okay.
I've gone from, being raised, not born into wealth,
Mm-hmm.
but then my dad was a self-made millionaire.
Nice. Right.
But he went from zero to hero, so completely self-made.
In real estate too?
Mhm.
Got it. So this is in your DNA, like you've seen the generational wealth. being
It
made
is. It
on real
is.
estate.
No, it isn't. Yes, it is in the blood per se. I have grown up a bit through it. Some people say, "Oh, I have had no experience and I came into it." Yeah, it goes both angles. It doesn't really give you an advantage one way or the other. It's just what you do with it. Because my dad was never ever the guy to say, "Okay, here's your silver spoon, like it's all yours." It was always, "No, bro. Like we're gonna crack a door, like we'll give you an opportunity, but we're not handing you shit."
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you-
not the good way of
Well, because he
making it.
wanted to teach you the value of a dollar, value of hard work. I mean, he had to do it, so he's like, it's not going to do my kids any good to hand them silver platters. But look, my dad made a bunch of money, but he also lost a bunch of money.
He went through all the recessions and everything.
40 years of his career, he went through every cycle, right? And made it through every cycle. But because he was a build and sell kind of guy, he was never a buy and hold kind of guy.
Okay.
So it was always, buy something, build it, make a big pop, sell it, right? And then do another one, sell it, do another one, sell it. So he was making big money, but there was no consistency to it. It would mimic real estate cycles. So when the market sucked, his income sucked. When the markets were great, income was great, right? And so it would mimic. And I looked at that and I said, well, do I want to take that route or maybe a little bit different one? And so after the financial crisis, so he lost everything.
After 2008?
He went through a $60 million BK.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
And I
That gets to you, man, mentally. Like, that's...
no, I'll never forget it, man. I'll never forget it because it was April 8th, 2008, 8:35 in the morning. A lot of eights. A lot of eights.
So it's not a good number.
No, no, it actually is a good number. It's just that morning was not a good morning. He walked into my office, sat down, closed the door, and he said, listen, the bank's just called and they're shutting everything down. They're shutting all the loans down. They're shutting everything down. And I said, well, they can't do that. And he said, I know, I told them that too, but they said, sue us. And this was literally right in 2008. So, I mean, best of luck to everybody. Get ready to party.
So that's what everybody, like, went through the whole thing. I was still, like...
Yeah.
I was so broke in 2008, man. I was like still
Well,
checking
listen,
on my if I could afford that $5 footlong. Do I have enough for my $5 footlong?
Yeah.
Tough times.
It was hard. I mean, a lot of people lost their asses everywhere, and I watched my dad go through it. Had to help him consolidate his businesses, and go from hero to zero at that point.
You have siblings?
I do, brother. Yep. And
Is he also in real estate?
he is.
Yeah.
It's a family affair.
Yeah.
And
Where is he at?
in San Diego, but Temecula.
Okay.
Area. But yeah, so watched my dad go through that, learned a lot from it. I learned that that's probably not the angle that I wanted to choose. I wanted more of the multifamily rental properties and building wealth. And yes, it's not as sexy. Yes, it takes more time. Yes, it's not as boom, boom, boom. But it's also get to sleep at night.
It's steady. Man, sleeping without
steady
without
Eddie.
stress is the best.
It's steady Eddie.
I forgot to say, like, I broke my own rule. Like, put your phone on silent, and I can hear my phone like going off. Oh, man,
Is this strip?
so here's the strip. It literally is like a
Do
podcast
people get
with
to
a view.
see the strip? No, not when we're on the podcast. No.
They'll see when we're coming back and
Yeah.
forth. Like, there's people. Man, last time we were filming. What is going on?
Did
over
you
there?
see this shit? Hold on. Can I turn this?
Yeah, you
sucker?
can probably move it. How do I?
Oh, jeez.
Let's see.
Hold on.
There is a. What is that?
Hold on. Hold on. I'm filming Chava, filming me.
Hold on. Look at this shit. That's legit.
So, it literally
Chava?
is like a Freddy Cougar guy. That's
Freddy-
what I want to do about this podcast. Like, you know how much extra
Oh,
content?
you're blocking.
No!
You're blocking Freddy.
He's blocking Freddy Cougar
Yo.
playing the drums.
Move.
He's blocking Freddy Krueger playing the drums. Come on now. So one of the reasons why, yeah, and you can shake it back to whatever you wanted. One of the reasons why I wanted to do the podcast like this is because it's different than, you know, not just than other podcasts, but the strip gives you so much. It's like a, is it it's tight?
Should I move?
there you go. Oh, there you go.
Look at that. Moving my arms.
There it is. Now you can
There
see
we
it.
go. Bling, bling.
It's like the strip is like its own character. I've seen crazy things. Last time I was here, like someone was riding a bike and it was like a
Can you pull
yeah.
up? Oh, son of a bitch. We lost Freddy.
Yeah, well, you got at least a little
we
bit.
had Freddy. Hold on.
Yeah, Freddy playing the drums. So it's crazy. So we were driving last time. I was in this last week, and there was a group of like just people on their bicycles, and they're doing like wheelies like on one tire.
Yeah.
And then one guy just grabbed onto my car and then just started riding like
my
as I'm
God.
driving.
So we just passed the Bellagio, Caesars. You got Bally's over here. Coming up to Dre's, Caesar's Palace.
Dre's is good. Have you been to Dre's?
I've been to Dre's. Been late
nightclub.
nights at Dre's.
Dre's nightclub, yeah, pretty good. 2 chains up the top.
So yeah, kind of on the come up story. So I've experienced both. I mean, I experienced, you know, my dad making a ton of money, right, and going from zero to hero and growing up pretty well, right, but also born into not wealthy at all. We were like pretty poor, and then he made it big, made a grip of money. We lived well, and then he lost it all. And
That
so it's kind of like
emotional,
zero to hero to zero. And then, okay, so I'm sitting there in my late 20s, early 30s, having to say, okay, I gotta like recreate, pick myself up, dust off, and you know, I don't have any. I mean, my dad's not coming back from it per se, nor is my mom or anybody else. So now I can't rely on them. There's no.
Are your parents around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, both are around.
So they're retired, or they're doing their
Basically,
own thing?
yeah.
Got
And
it.
you know, they're doing okay, but yeah, they're not going to be supplying any help.
Right. So they're on their own already now.
Yeah.
They're
And they're self-reliant, and that's cool because it doesn't put a huge burden on my brother and I and stuff. But yeah, it's now you got to make it. And so, you know, that's where that started. And then, you know, we started building our little nest egg portfolio of rental properties really in 2010, and then growing it from one condo that was a $100,000 condo all the way up to now where we have over 520 some odd units and about $130 million of assets in 5 states around the country.
In what period? That was like 10 years, 5 years?
Yeah,
10
it could have
years?
been faster, but yeah, the first, 2010 to 2019. So that 9-year window, we had like 25 units.
Okay, so
we kept it. And here's a perfect example. This is what happens when you keep it to yourself. We controlled it all. It was all our own money. We owned 25 units. We thought we were big time. We had about $3.5 million worth of assets. Okay?
Got it.
We think we're sexy. We're the biggest thing since sliced bread, and we've made it, right? No. And no. So we realized, crap, like if we really want to scale and do this thing, we got to do this right and go out of state, blah, blah, blah. So we started refinancing a couple properties, taking some cash out, moving that out of state, sold a couple, took it out of state.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, we went from 20 units and 3.5 million to 527 and 132 million. And now we own 30% of 132 million versus 100% of 3.
Oh,
see the
that's
difference?
a great way. So that actually answers exactly my question at the beginning. Like, why wouldn't you want to keep it? So you have a smaller share on
Of
a
a
much
bigger
bigger
pie.
pie, which ultimately is like many more multiples than owning 100% with less risk, with other managers,
That's
with more
right.
partners.
That's right. Bling,
Oh,
bling,
okay,
bling.
that makes
Bling,
now
bling,
that makes
bling.
like the math. The
and
math is
then-
mathing.
Yeah, and now it's you scale further, and now it can be exponential because now better connections are made, bigger money's made, bigger connections to bigger money's made. So now 10, 13 years in, you can say, okay, well, I literally just got off the phone with a guy. He's got a 260 unit deal in San Antonio. It's a distressed deal,
What does
Okay.
that mean?
meaning it's going back to the bank.
Okay, that
So
means
the-
you can buy it for
Yeah,
less?
the broker called me and he said, hey, would you take over this deal if you could bring it in, blah, blah, blah. Here's the situation. Understand, you do not get access to those deals if you do not learn the on to the off market process. So this is like what
So somebody called you.
no,
to be like,
yeah,
hey,
but you remember like on the mentorship, like you're in it and people keep saying, how do you find deals? Remember I keep saying on to off.
Mm-hmm.
So it started with finding on market deals. And then once we found on market deals, we leveraged those to make connections to the brokers who have access to all the off market stuff. And so once we did a couple deals in the market that were on market, now the brokers and everybody say, okay, these guys can execute.
So the off market are the better deals because nobody's
100%.
buying it. God.
But it doesn't mean
But
the
you
on-
can't get into the
it doesn't
off
mean-
unless you have some connections.
That's right. So anybody that's a newbie thinking, oh, I'm going to get some off market, bullshit. You're not getting nothing. Okay, so the brokers aren't going to show you squat.
Because they don't trust you.
They don't know you. Like
Okay.
they're not going to show you the best of the best until you show me you can execute.
Okay.
So as I taught in the mentorship, I say, guys, I'm going to show you how to take down 1 or 2 on-market deals first, which are good deals. They're not great, but they're good. Once you do that, now you have leverage in the market to then go to all these brokers, go to the sellers, go to all these people, start building relationships to now take that and say, okay, John, this deal's not going to work, but show me some first look stuff you may have coming. Or, hey, I'm looking for this. Any stuff that's coming to market that is not on yet, you can kind of show me.
So you get on their radar.
That's bing,
You
bling,
kind
bing.
of talk to them.
So this
they
guy
already know
Brian
you.
calls me out of Texas, and
Texas.
of course Texas, and he's with a brokerage out there, and they're representing this deal, and he got called by the bank, and the bank says, listen, we're going to wipe out the current crew that owns it. We want a new group to come in. We're going to give them a new basis, new loan, new everything, 260 units. Do you know anybody that could take this down within a reasonable time frame?
So is that because they're not paying the
Yeah,
tenants?
correct.
Are
They're
not
going to
there?
miss. They're going to miss their mortgage payment here this next month.
But isn't that because there's no tenants?
Or the debt service is too high. Interest rates have gone up.
Uh-huh.
They have a variable rate loan. So interest
Oh,
rates are
okay.
super high right now for these guys. It was for
They can't
us
afford
until
it,
we got
okay.
refinanced, right? And they can't make the debt service anymore. The property, the property will do better with better debt, meaning you get fixed rate debt at 4, 5, 6% versus what they're at probably at 9. They can't make the service. So they're
But once you already have one, because you showed me this morning the 150 building here, and you have something else. Like, can you get more? Like, can you continuously
It's unlimited.
get more?
Yeah. So unlike say residential where you're capped out at 6 to 10, so
Okay.
once you get to 6 to 10 loans on a residential property, whether that's single family or a duplex or stuff like that, you're capped out. The banks aren't giving you any more loans. You're unlimited with commercial.
As long as the deal works, as long as you prove to the bank
because
that
they're
it
not
works.
underwriting you.
They're
They're
underwriting
underwriting the
asset.
property.
I've learned this.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they. Yeah, they're not underwriting you. They're underwriting the asset itself. You are secondary.
Got it. What do you think 27 wax means on the license plate? There's an Escalade 27 wax.
wax.
I want to know who's 26.
So now we're down by the Encore and the Wynn.
Look at the crowd here. Like, this
Two
is an
favorite
awesome
hotels.
This is the best corner right here.
Yeah, and then have you been to the Crockford and the Conrad?
Yes.
Okay.
I went to this hotel, to the Resorts World,
Yeah.
3 times the first week that it opened up.
Okay.
Like, it's
So then
my
I was
favorite
there.
just to hang out.
So I was there then. So that I was at Crockford. I stayed at the Crockford.
Okay, on opening weekend.
And then you'll get a kick out of this. So the person I was with, she had friends with somebody that got us into the day club or the
Yeah, IU
Yes.
Day Club. Yeah.
she knew the guy or whatever. I don't know how it worked out. All I know,
Connections, and then we're
all I know is that we were standing backstage, literally 3 feet from Tiesto.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah.
Like I'm literally, I'm like, I don't even know who the guy is, by the way.
Tiesto?
I do now. I do now.
Now you can drop name, but before, like, who is this guy who's in the middle?
I'm like completely naive, I'm a moron, right?
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, we're going backstage, and and we're getting all connected and stuff. I'm like, I'm just following.
Did you keep this girl's number? I mean, that's a great hookup. That's a great connection.
She's
She's a little crazy looking. Well, but for Tiesto, you know that crazy hot scale that they talk about, like the crazier you are, the hotter you're allowed to be. So it's the crazy hot scale. So the crazier you are, the hotter you are. You want to always be above the line of the crazy hot scale. Like you're allowed to be this crazy, but you have to be this hot.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
If you're this much crazy, you gotta get boob job.
Oh my god.
You gotta do something. You can't fall under the crazy hot scale.
Gotcha. That's good to know. For the ladies watching, I didn't say squat. Okay?
I didn't come up with this either.
Yeah. I have seen that. There was a guy. There's a guy on YouTube drawing it out. I thought it was pretty hilarious.
Yeah. So, anyways, there's a lot of development here in Vegas. I mean, this building right here, the
Fountain Blue. I've not been in that one yet. Is that pretty cool?
Amazing. 13 years it took to build. It went through multiple, I guess, buyers, and then they couldn't afford the debt, so they got paused. And then 5 years later, somebody took it again, and then now they're on their third one, and it just opened 2 months ago.
Yeah, I've seen all kinds
beautiful. It really is like
videos on it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful hotel. Cool restaurants, cool everything. I haven't full on explored the whole thing.
This Resort World thing is crazy. You're right.
The screens,
it is that day club there.
Yeah, IU and Zouk is the nightclub, and then IU they call it the day club.
Yeah. So that's where we're here. I'll never forget it. Yeah, because we walked up and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna go up there, stand behind this guy," and he's like, he's like the DJ, right? And I'm like, okay.
So
I'm drunk and I don't know who this guy is.
And
they're like, "You're dancing with Tiesto." I'm like,
"Who's that guy?"
Who's Tiesto? I'm like, then later I'm like, "Oh."
Do you have videos?
Oh, I think I do.
Oh, for sure. We'll send him over. We'll put him something in here when you're just swinging.
See, this would have been.
We'll sing him in
2021. I gotta go back.
Do you golf?
I do.
Did you know there's a golf course inside the Wynn? Inside the hotel. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
In the back of the hotel.
Well, yes.
Yeah, behind the hotel.
Okay, so you've been, because I lived here for years, and then I didn't until I was like, there's a golf course here. It's so big. The hotel is so big and it's so massive, and you still, unless you're a golfer, I guess you would know.
June.
You're gonna find it.
June 2021. Okay, that's. Oh, here we go.
Well,
there's Tiesto.
Yeah,
right there.
Tiesto.
Right there. I'm backstage with Tiesto. See that?
You are hand reach from him.
Yeah, it was legit. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on. Let me rewind that shit.
Yeah. You are a handshake away from Tiesto, man.
Yeah, the guy right there. I don't know who the guy is. Okay, I have no idea who the guy is. I'm just the moron in the backstage. I mean, it was loaded, packed.
Send me that video, we'll put it in here.
This is.
Oh, okay. Well, she's allowed to be crazy.
Why does she meet the? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I'm a married guy, baby. Come on. I'm not doing anything. Yeah, she can be. She's allowed to be crazy.
I'm gonna get murdered on this thing.
She's above the line. So that screen was,
it's that
the
one
first
right
performing
there.
screen.
Yeah.
Oh, the picture of the screen. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So the first concert, I think it was Miley Cyrus, but she was actually performing inside the hotel.
Okay.
And they paid the rights to broadcast her concert live, so there would be thousands of people out here. It was an amazing idea to have her performing inside and then broadcasting the on the screen over there.
Wow.
The concert.
Yeah, I remember when I stayed at the Crockford, I looked out at that big screen they have on the side of the building.
Let me show.
And I was like, that is the craziest thing. Everything's massive.
So that's the screen.
Yeah.
It's part of the hotel, but that's the
yeah.
entire thing.
It's all built
screen.
into the. Yeah, it's built right into the side of the thing.
So that's on a large scale what that is behind my car, the LED windshield and the backpack.
Right.
So
That's wild. Yeah, I remember staying there. I'm like, dude, I can't even go to sleep. That thing is so bright.
And they have EDC, so they have EDC. This is now the official EDC hotel. Do you know what EDC is?
No.
Electric Daisy Carnival. So if you don't know Tiesto, you wouldn't know EDC. It's the largest rave, I guess. I would say probably in the U.S. Not, I don't think the world. Maybe the U.S. 120,000 people come in every year for 3 days. So multiply that times 3.
It's a big deal here in Vegas.
It's a big deal around the world. People come from like 100 different countries.
Oh wow!
It's an enormous.
Where do they have it at?
At the Motor Speedway.
Oh, so out.
Yeah,
out east.
I mean, it's a rave.
Okay.
It's with like
Gotcha.
the best DJs of the world.
So they have that out at the track.
Yes,
Okay.
and fucking fireworks and like just.
So have you been to Burning Man?
Rides.
You haven't been to Burning Man?
I haven't been to Burning Man. So imagine Burning Man with a budget.
Okay.
Where there's not like people like, you know, giving things, you know, bartering
Okay.
things.
Gotcha.
Like, you actually bring money. Like some people get dropped off in helicopters at EDC, and then some people are just like, you know, 18-year-olds that are just trying to get crazy.
So it's a techno EDM house.
Complete EDM, yeah. Electric, you know,
Gotcha.
Daisy Carnival. But
Gotcha.
But now this is the host hotel, so when it comes in May, like this whole place, you're talking about not sleeping. I was like, you can't sleep there. Like it's. You can imagine 100,000 ravers that are just like fucking
all on coke.
They go on Molly, ecstasy,
Jesus.
The fun stuff.
Lord, help us
So
all.
we're almost coming at the end. Tacos El Gordo, they're from TJ. So you've had them in San Diego, no?
Yep.
Tacos El Gordo, big deal. Now they have them here all over.
So do you think the strip is fully coming this way?
The strip is going to continue to grow that way, yeah.
Because obviously the Fountain Blue, it's a little bit past kind of the main ticket point.
Years ago, the end of the strip was the Mirage.
Right.
That was like the last pinnacle
Right.
hotel, which is what, you know, Encore and Wynn were, you know, 10 years ago. And then this opened up, and now it's Fountain Blue. And then they're opening up, you know, the baseball stadium and, you know, different things. And
I thought the baseball stadium was that way.
it is going to be that way now. Originally, it was going to be at the end over here. I think now it's going to be where
the Tropicana
is.
yeah,
where the Tropicana is. But
the old
this is going to get removed.
It is?
At some point. Come
I mean,
on.
the Circus is like, it's classic. I mean,
Classic
I was
Drug
here.
Central.
I was here when I was like 5 years old, 3 years old.
Crackheads galore.
Is it?
It's full of crackheads, yeah. So,
Hey, dude, it's so original. It's love.
great. Yeah, look at
We
it.
should totally drive in there. We should totally drive in.
My car looks like a circus, man. With screens,
Dude, it's circus. It's literally hasn't changed in 30 years.
Yeah. So probably the
35
reason why.
years.
So as they continue to expand here, I mean, I'm sure they're gonna continue moving some things out. Have you seen the new Las Vegas sign? It's right by the Stratosphere.
Oh.
So and the Stratosphere has a ride up there. I mean, that needle are rides.
Yeah, I've been up there.
For the restaurant, but not for the. You didn't bungee jump from up there, did you?
No, I did the ride though.
Did you?
The vertical.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's big
Yeah,
deal.
pretty much
too.
shit myself.
Yeah, that's pretty.
But it was great.
Yeah,
great.
that's a big deal too. I can't get anybody to go with me out there.
They used to have, was Wet and Wild here? They used to have Wet and Wild back
The
in
park?
the day. Yeah, Wet and Wild.
I can't remember if it was here or not. I don't know if it was on the strip. But yeah, I mean, real estate is like, you know, it's booming here in Las Vegas.
Is this
the NOLA Sky
is that
is
the new
amazing.
Sahara or that's the new Sahara?
It is. It was for a while SLS, I believe.
Okay.
It turned into SLS.
Wow, I mean that's a nice little.
And then they revamped it into the Sahara.
Okay.
I
haven't been down this far in a while, so this is cool.
Yeah, it's different, huh? Are you?
So, Mr. Chava,
Yeah.
tell us about kind of your write-up. You heard mine, so now kind of that's where we're at with the multifamily, and we're growing. And what ended up happening is, people started approaching similar to you and saying, "Hey, like, can you teach this stuff? I want to learn multifamily so I can invest in it."
So you created Multifamily Schooled.
Yeah, so we created Multifamily Schooled, which is our education company, and I mentor people from all around the country, and we put together kind of, customized programs where we're teaching folks how to do it and holding their hand through it and helping them get their first couple deals, so that way they can take it to the next level if they want.
That's it.
So,
The world famous chapel.
I'm wondering if I should tell you a secret.
This is all about telling secrets, man.
I
I want to hear the
that.
deets. I want to hear the dirty. You know?
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Did you get married there with that chick?
No, not with that. So this was. I can't believe I'm going to talk. Okay, so this was. Okay, it's like I was telling Kate today. Like 80% of my life is very structured and organized, and very box. Okay, and the reason it's that way is so that way I can have 20% of my life be a little spontaneous, chaotic,
Squared.
and wild. Okay.
Yeah.
So wild for 20%, 80% square. So that's what you get. Anyhow, this would have been 2006 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
I had met someone with a buddy out in New Orleans like a year earlier, and we'd stayed connected. And so she and her friend had flown out to Vegas. Me and my buddy, we flew into Vegas. Had a great weekend, partied it up. Come Saturday night, we are so drunk, Chava, so drunk, that somebody got this brilliant idea. Let's get in a cab and go to the Little White Wedding Chapel.
Oh my God. This
And
is totally like a Friends episode.
Get married. I mean, why not? And we did it.
You guys got married.
We got married at this White Wedding Chapel.
At this one that we just passed by right here, the
Little White Wedding Chapel. Is that the Little White?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
it. Little,
okay,
yeah.
so that's it.
Your
And we
anniversary's
had
coming up.
we had Elvis.
When was this?
This was 2006-7.
Your anniversary, your 22 year
Oh my
anniversary
God.
just happened. Your 18-year anniversary.
I'm so gonna get murdered for this.
Did it last?
No. So what we did, because we were completely
Yeah.
debauched.
That's probably 50% of the people who
Yeah,
get
yeah.
married at that place.
So we wake up the next day and I start hyperventilating. I'm like, oh God, oh Lord. And that was a Sunday, so we couldn't do anything about it on Sunday.
This is like a.
But first thing Monday morning, we go down to the courthouse, all four of
Annulment?
us, and we get it all annulled.
Wait, all four of you guys got married, so the two.
Yeah, 2 and 2. And then we had a great party, partied all night. I
Tell
mean,
me there's pictures of that.
oh, I'm
please.
sure there are. I don't know where they're at, but I'm sure there
It was
are.
before the
I'm like trying to.
smartphone.
I'm like trying to duck. I will never forget. We were in line because it was literally like a conveyor belt of people getting their marriages annulled, and we were in line for this on a
That's so
Monday
awesome.
morning.
I cannot wait to see like how many people get married and then within 24 hours they get annulled. I bet you the same owner. That's a great
no.
infinity business.
So come to find out, the judge sits there looking at us, going, "Wait, what?" Because it's, I guess not. It is common, but not that common that people like get married and like literally annulled 24, 48 hours later. Usually they wait a little bit because they actually thought about it. No, we didn't think about anything. So we're standing in line and we get to our point where it's, we're giving our paperwork. We're like judges, blah, blah, blah. And the judge says, "Oh, you guys beat Britney Spears."
For the shortest. Even the judge is throwing shade.
And I'll never forget that because she was like 3 days or something.
Yeah, 3 days. I think the weekend.
We were 48 hours. And then everybody starts laughing in the courtroom and stuff. And I didn't know what to do. I just like looked in shame because I was hungover. And...
Random chick, huh?
No, I mean, so actually a friend that,
Well, but it didn't.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
not meant to be.
Right.
A marriage is, I guess, what I meant. Like, just a friend. Yeah, Vegas will make you do things. That's when the slogan used to be in Vegas. What happens in Vegas, stays in Vegas.
Oh, that's stayed in Vegas since 2006.
But it's
And
changed.
now it's on your podcast.
So now,
I'm
well,
going,
well, now the actual slogan for the city is now what happens in Vegas only happens in Vegas. They've changed it because of social media. Because now nothing stays here. Everything is out. Now you can get tickets for that, for Magic Mike Live.
Great. That's all I need to see is take the ladies to that.
Dudes with six pack. Do you have crypto? Are you into crypto?
I'm into crypto. I have not a lot, but I have Ethereum and Bitcoin. I stick with the two majors.
Yeah, well, Bitcoin, man.
It's up to 53,000 right now.
It was
right?
57,000 last night.
Oh, okay. So
It went
did
up.
it drop down?
I don't know. I haven't checked today because I
yeah.
kept getting like 53, and then I get like a notification every time it goes
Yeah.
up 1,000 points, and I got like 2 of them in one day. I was like, what? 53, 54, 55, and at night it was 57. I haven't checked today,
Okay.
but that's good. right? For the
100%. And trust me, it's going to $100,000.
I think so too. But I've held them for many years, so I'm not like I just started.
That is a beautiful hotel. That's a cool entrance. That Fountain Blue.
It's amazing. Yeah, you can't have that and then the circus. No offense, you know.
No, and you're right. Will it eventually get replaced? Sure, but it's like it's such a staple of.
If they redid it with the same circus theme, cool lights, like the circus, like the letters have dropped, like they stopped working. So there's, I mean, there's a lot going on with that one, you know. But it's loved. It's loved.
Can you pull in there and we go into the?
Yeah, I'll go.
we're gonna pull into the entrance there. It's such a classic entrance. I mean, it's been around since I was a little kid at 3 years old. So 30, 40 years now.
I grew up in Mexico, and my stepdad, he's American, and he would bring us. And I remember coming into Vegas when I was little, you know, maybe 10 years old, 9, 10 years old. And yeah, circus was the fun thing for a kid.
Yeah.
Like you go there, it's just fun. It's good, you know. I went to the Mirage, Treasure Island, like that boat.
Is Treasure Island taken down now?
No, it's now TI.
Okay.
They got creative.
So I've heard you do karaoke in this thing. Is that what you tried to do now?
Karaoke. I'm not a singer. Listen, some people like singing, and I put some jams and they sing, but it's mostly the girls that want to sing, and they love like just. Can we get Shania Twain? Can we get like all these songs? And I was like, I don't know them, and we put some music. And
oh my god.
Let's see, I usually listen to like this kind of music. Is like
alright. This is like straight out of your. We were down in Cancun. You have your LED shoes and shit.
Yeah, I got the LED.
Well, we're pulling in here for sure. We're totally going for it. This is old school Vegas right here.
Let me lower this.
This is about as ghetto / amazing. And
that's what you're gonna get.
I mean, this is when the mafia, runs this stuff, or maybe they still do.
This is when that
the original Las Vegas. I mean, honestly, look at this place.
I'm pulling in,
and you have people actually going in here. Like people are gonna stay here.
People are staying, dude. Look at this.
People are gonna stay here.
Yeah.
Why would you? What? It should be a museum.
Listen, it is a cool entrance.
Dude, you don't have these original lights anymore.
No,
you do not have lights like this in.
This is flamingo style.
This should be like a museum.
Cabs.
Yeah,
museum. There's no valet here.
Yeah. Let's just drive up straight white neck. It's straight redneck. Like, it's wild. I love it.
Casino slots. Yeah, this could be like, listen, we could literally pull over back there and do the entire podcast and nobody would like interrupt us because there's nobody there.
Yeah.
There's nobody there, right?
Like, we're going to see how ghetto we can get and people will still come.
Look at the entrance.
Yeah, people will still come.
No, I don't want to throw shade. There's people that are, that like it here, that it's fun. Listen, it's inexpensive. You're across the street from the Fountain Blue.
And is that a super expensive hotel?
Super expensive now, yeah.
Did they go like Bellagio style expensive or more?
Win expense. So they're going against like the Win. So it's the closest to Win type of venue. But Win is just so
iconic,
timeless, beautiful. Like it's elegant and it's beautiful and it always looks good.
Yeah. I mean they've that place is pristine.
Pristine. Yeah, those were like just beautiful. So yeah, there's a lot of
Encore's the same, right? I mean, it's all
they're the sister hotels and it's good, for sure.
Yeah, this thing's massive.
Well, and they're all advertising on the side of the hotel, so like they literally using their walls as advertising. So this is why I personally love Resorts World. Have you seen the sphere on the inside? The gigantic sphere on the inside.
The sphere's right over here.
Well, now it's dwarfed once the big sphere came out.
Yeah.
We could probably go through there and head on that way.
Yeah, you can see the sphere looking over here.
You can see the top. Yeah. So I love that they use this hotel for advertising, and so you know I love advertising
Yep.
and marketing. I'm always looking around like what are ways to come up with creative ideas to advertise and you know, and show
And what brought you into the advertising world?
I was in. I mean, I was working for corporate America, so I was working for a brand, and I had to buy the billboards. So I would drive and look around and see which billboards are available and which are not. So after you do it, you know, consecutively, you know, all the time, now you're always looking, right? And I'm always looking what's available, what's there, like who posted what, like that's a bad ad, that's a good one, like can you read under barbell?
No.
Nobody can.
So what?
So I know that's a bad. Someone created that ad.
And didn't know what they were doing.
And
Like
it's
didn't know
just
didn't know size metrics.
Like it looks great on their computer. And
Right.
They're getting like.
But they don't know
"Oh,
the size
We want to
stuff,
keep it limited."
yeah.
Listen, you're putting this on a billboard that people are driving by, and you're trying to get.
They got to get it in 2 seconds.
It's got to be.
Kind of like this one
big.
over here, like
That's it.
where the fun begins.
Yeah,
It's
see?
very easy.
You can't miss that one. She could be crazy. She can be as crazy as she wants.
Oh, I
Or
love this
Vegas
Sebastian
location.
guy right here.
Sebastian Maniscalco.
Oh my god,
Love
that
him.
guy's so good.
So my birthday's on the 17th, so maybe I'll come on.
17th.
I
March?
saw on St. Patrick's Day. Lucky baby. I saw Sebastian on a fair, like at the Del Mar Fair in San Diego before he was anything.
Wow.
Like, nobody was watching him. People were eating hot dogs, and I was already like a fan of him. And he's ripping. He's doing his stand-up comedy, and nobody.
At the Del
was-
Mar Fair?
Yes, and
Oh
nobody
my
was
God.
watching him. He now is packing stadiums around the world.
Yeah.
And he was at the Del Mar Fair when I used to watch him, you know, from the very beginning. So
How funny.
I've seen him come up. Then I saw his first Netflix special. Then I saw him coming up, and I've seen him 3 times live here already. I've seen him, I think, 5 total,
Wow.
maybe 6. But have you seen him in person?
No, I was supposed to go to one at the Harrah's Casino in San Diego,
Okay.
and I just didn't go. But
He did one recently. Not what's that building that looks like a seashell in San Diego and by the convention center? It's almost like an acoustic venue for concerts, but
Oh,
by
it's called the
convention
Shell.
center. Is
It's
it?
called the Shell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then there you
Yeah,
go.
they have concerts and all kinds of yeah.
So I know he was there, and that must have been like an amazing thing. But the last time I saw him here, maybe 2 years ago, he was doing a bit, and you know how he's all physical and kicks and shit. Well, he kicks and
Let them be. What does he do? Like, give me an impersonation.
he does voices, but when he kicked, he's like, I think I just pulled something. He goes like, I pulled the muscle, and everybody keeps laughing, and he goes like, why are you guys laughing? Hey, I pulled muscle, and then he kept saying that 3 times, and he goes like, it's not funny, and then he's looking at his exiting the stage. He's like, this is real, people. We have an emergency, and he fucking had to crawl his way out of the stage. It was real.
But I mean, come on, who the fuck's not gonna laugh their ass off?
The
at
poor
that?
fucking guy. Well, after a while, you feel bad for the guy. So he. This is where his
shit.
brilliancy came in. Like he was like 30 minutes into a sold out show.
Yeah.
So the rest, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe even an hour, he went just off script. He just started like ripping on the audience. All right, who do you got over here? And then just talking to people and making.
So he was
every-
doing crowd work. Yeah.
and did not move. And then when
Oh
he
my
left,
God.
he dragged his ass out holding his sciatica.
Wow.
Sebastian, I was there. I remember that.
Wow.
I know you're doing better now, but that was like so funny that
yeah.
people thought it was funny that you got hurt.
Well, and who knows? They thought it was a joke or serious, and who knows? And
I love when he talks about the kids and the children. It's like, Sebastian, my kid reads at the 5th grade level. Every kid reads. He's like, there's nothing special. But show Sebastian your drawings. I don't give a f-. And he goes like, unless your kid jumps over the fence, like, he ain't doing anything special. And I just remember how like he was so funny from the very beginning. From the very, very beginning, he was super
because he gives
funny.
those faces, right? Because he's
Yeah.
very animated with his faces.
Yeah. There's the subway bit when he's got like people and and people come in to order the Subway and they've never ordered. It says pick bread, step 1. Pick your bread. Like what do you do at home? You just throw the meat on the counter and then you put the bread. And it's just so good. Everything that he does for me was like, man, this guy is on track. And then he got the girlfriend, then he got married, and now he's got kids. So now he can't say anything about, look at my kid, you know?
Well, now he's probably all into it.
Yeah, he's, you know.
Holy crap.
Are you coming in that? Do you watch tennis?
I do, but they have, what's this, the Netflix Slam?
Yeah, they're going to play here, and it's going to be live, and they're going to show it on Netflix.
Oh.
Yeah, March 3rd and the 4th, I think.
Oh, so that's this weekend.
It's coming up weekend, yeah. Oh, this weekend.
How you and I met, we met in Cancun.
Yep.
At a kind of a mastermind that Ryan Pineda? I got this wrong today. Because I'm like Pineda, and Kate's like, no, dude, it's Pineda. I'm like, oh, shit. Sorry, dude.
Ryan Pineda.
So Ryan Pineda.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, Pineda was having down there with his group and some people, and we were there, and that's how we connected.
Well, I was celebrating my honeymoon.
I know you were telling me that. I was like,
I got married like 2 weeks before.
I mean, you're here for your honeymoon, and but yeah, you did both, and you and is it Sammy or Sam?
She likes Sammy.
Okay, Sammy
or SJ. Sammy Joe.
Sammy Joe.
So yeah, I had won and out of like this raffle to go on to the because I attended that WealthCon event. I bought the ticket, but remember they didn't say what was the date or the place.
Right.
So I was like, well, I just hope it doesn't fall the weekend of my wedding, and it didn't. It just fell like 2 weeks before. So we didn't have anything planned out for a honeymoon. We just didn't have anything. And then she just, you know, she goes like, well, it's an all-inclusive place? Like, yeah. It's like, and you have the hotel and everything? It's like, yeah. Everything is paid over? It's like, yeah. For 2 people? I was like, actually, yes, I have it already paid for 2 people. She's like, do you want to take your wife with you? And then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. We'll do a honeymoon in Cancun. So we were there.
Yeah.
We met. We had dinner. We had some sushi. We talked business. We met a lot of people.
Yep.
And that's where you saw the
That's where I saw the Insta-Chava backpack. That guy right there.
Yeah, the backpack.
And I was like, that is brilliant.
It's the walking billboard. So not just this backpack alone. Like it's. I always tell people I paid $299 for this backpack. I made well over 6 figures because of the backpack. Today, you know, probably like $3,000 off of a social media package that I met somebody, at a conference 3 days ago on a weekend. He saw my backpack, and as it started, I took a picture of the guy. He was sitting next to me on a conference, and I took a picture of him, and then I put his face on the backpack, and then I filmed his reaction when he saw his face on the backpack, and he freaked out. So he's telling his wife, and he's telling everybody. So now he's filming, and this is what I'm saying. Like, see, it was so easy to get
viral. Yeah.
It was so easy to get, the recognition and everything, and so I try to take pictures with influencers or people, with a lot of followers, and they don't care about that. But once I put that picture on the backpack and then I show it to them, then they take a picture of themselves.
Well, yeah, they think it's the funniest shit ever.
Yeah, and then they post it, and that's really what got me a lot of engagement and followers at the beginning.
Interesting.
And so now this guy, a couple of days later, he asked me what I do. I was like, I do mobile billboards, but that's on a larger scale, and we do digital ads and we do social media. And he's like, oh, cool. We got on a Zoom, and he's on board, just because of that backpack.
So you got a social media client now?
Yeah. Today. Yeah, but it's really the networking, like.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to start conversations.
They're not going to look at my lanyard.
Yeah, and then how you start and use that conversation, like you said, you take a photo, you make something funny, they see themselves, they think it's freaking hilarious, and it's kind of breaking down walls and creating connections with people.
Yeah.
So it's not that typical stuffy, you give me a business card, I give you a business card, like we talk to each other in 2 weeks.
I'll call you this. No, I was like, listen,
Right.
Find me on Instagram, send me a DM if you like to do something, and he's very successful. Like, I'm very excited to to work with him. It's gonna be very cool to see him move. So this is where the stadium's gonna be. No, the Sahara.
No, it's
The Tropicana.
Yeah, the basketball is down, or
Yeah.
the baseball is down at the other end. The
This
basketball
is
team's
the
gonna get announced. The
oldest
basketball
hotel.
team's gonna get announced here pretty soon.
Pretty soon, yeah. This is the oldest hotel in Las Vegas, Flamingo.
Yeah.
Yep, it's the oldest. that was
Even
built.
older than Circus?
Older than Circus Circus. I just watched.
Really?
I watched a video of because I follow pages from Vegas.
Did you watch
He-
Casino?
I've seen Casino. Watch the top 10. Casino's an awesome movie, but the top 10 oldest hotels in Las Vegas, and Circus Circus is in it. But this is numero uno right here.
Wow.
This is what started it.
Nice.
This is where Casino is basically from, Flamingo.
Interesting. So what's with Vegas in general right now, you have just had the Super Bowl, you got F1, a lot of growth happening, a lot of development. That's why we're here too, doing some apartment stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's growing
and we
massively.
see more growth coming. You have all these new hotels coming in. Like you
A
said,
lot of money from California is coming.
Yep. Basketball team, you're gonna get that soon.
Vegas is gonna be the hub.
Then you got Mark Wahlberg, building a
Yep.
studio out here. Like
They're doing the Hollywood of the desert, and
Yeah.
so we have a champions, NHL team with the Golden Knights. Now we have the Raiders. You can't say too many good things about that team, but they're doing their best. They have an amazing stadium. We're gonna have a basketball team. We definitely have Mark Wahlberg trying to move basically Hollywood here.
Yep.
Properties are skyrocketing in value. Even ourselves, when we moved in here, I live in the last house in Las Vegas, all the way
All the way out. Oh wow.
But very soon, they're already starting to build behind us. I saw they
Wow.
already demolished one of the mountains, so they already took it down. Vegas.
Do you like the city center with Aria, Cosmopolitan,
I love it.
and
Absolutely love it. Yeah. Aria is a gorgeous hotel. If we came from the other entrance and we were coming in, who moved this cone? What the fuck, people? The entrance from the other side.
Yeah.
You drive into it, and it's just amazing, beautiful view. So I love it. I don't gamble and I don't drink, and so Vegas is good to me. People are like, "How do you live in Vegas?" I was like, "Listen, we got amazing hotels.
Stay out of the casino.
We got amazing hotels.
What's going there?
Amazing dinners.
Boulevard, Las Vegas. So there's got shops. What is it going there?
Another new big project, because this looks pretty massive, right?
Yeah, that's big. It looks like shops. That's all shops.
What does it say? The strip evolved.
Yeah, that's all shops and retail and stuff. Wow, that's massive.
That's a big deal.
Then you got the old classic New York. The it's called The Hotel. It's called Delano now. That was my
It used to
favorite
be
place
The
to
Hotel,
stay.
yeah. I
my
loved it.
favorite place to stay was The Hotel, and now it's called Delano, next to the Mandalay Bay.
I don't know why they changed the name, but I also don't know what Delano means.
Yeah.
I like the hotel. They changed a few names. Park MGM used to be whatever the other name is. Monte Carlo. But yeah,
Oh, you're right. It did used to be the Monte Carlo.
it used
You're
to be
right.
Monte Carlo.
You're right.
Yep. See these trucks? Not that's.
Oh wow! Holy cow! Those things are so bright.
Yep. And so this is called a caravan. So they're all synced in at the same time, and they're
Yep.
driving behind each other. So this is basically what we do when we want to have our clients really succeed and grow.
Yeah.
But we can do this not just on the Vegas Strip, but we can do it across the country.
Oh, so bright.
And we have LED trucks, but we also have box trucks. And what they're doing, this is called a programmatic buy, which means it's already pre-programmed and people are buying spots on one loop. So the loop is 1 minute long and you can put in up to 7 ads of 8 seconds. And people buy it. So this brand, if it stays
Oh, I
more than
see.
8
Now
seconds, they're
Dylan Scott. When he's coming here? Free concert. Dylan Scott, really?
March 2nd.
Fremont Street Experience. Holy shit.
This weekend, man, this Saturday. Come back.
Dude, I love Dylan Scott. He's so good.
And it's a free concert on the Fremont Experience.
Wow.
So that's what's cool about Vegas. Exactly that. You can just have a free concert by a,
Yeah,
by a major artist. It's just cool.
wow, that's amazing. Okay.
Nadal and Alcaraz. That's it. That's gonna be good.
That's wild. So where are they playing at?
I don't know. Right before I picked you up, somebody called me, my friend from San Diego also. He's like, hey, like, are you going to this thing? I was like, tell me when it is, and we'll make it. If I'm here, we'll do it. You know, we'll make it happen. So it's cool to see how, like, it's now getting dark on the camera. Like, I can see, like, the change. People could probably see the strip. Because I can see the different hotels on the side.
You think advertising wise, you think you'll stay here in Vegas, or are you thinking moving elsewhere?
I love here. I love it here. I just we bought a new home. We built it. She picked everything out from the options that were given, right?
Yep.
But she got to pick the cabinets, the flooring, the ceiling height, where the outlet's gonna go, like the lamps. So like it really is our home, and you know it's beautiful. Like I really feel good about it. I have a lot of friends. One of the best things for me is not just the advertising, is the airport. The airport access here is easy. Like other airports just are terrible.
Yeah, no, this is a pretty easy one to get in and out of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're strict, and that's why probably is so efficient, because they'll beep you out if you're you can't wait for people. They'll start beeping you out. So I always try to time it so that people are always outside. Like this morning, like make sure you're outside, because before you came in, they were already beeping me. There's a guy in the yellow vest.
No shit.
Yeah, 60 seconds and you're already being like yelled at. But it keeps it rolling, keeps it moving.
God, I look at this right now, and I hate to bring this subject up, but I look at the Mandalay Bay right now, and then I remember the country concert.
Were you out there?
No, with Jason Aldean, and I'm looking at the distance that this
How
mother
close it
effer
was,
had
right?
to shoot.
It's so sad.
Oh my God.
And people have like this distorted view of reality that they feel themselves better by hurting other people.
I mean, that's wild. Like, you look at it and you see the distance he had to shoot down at that.
It's scary.
That festival, and it's just unbelievable. Unbelievable the damage that guy has caused. Well beyond I think it's 55 that passed, but the hundreds injured. We had a couple injured in San Diego. Acquaintance
it
people,
resonates. It stays.
Yeah, acquaintance people. That one was part of the 55 that died. But I didn't know him personally, but he
of the group that
it affected a lot of people, because there was a lot of Southern California people at the festival when it went down, from San Diego, LA, Orange County, a lot of people.
And the problem is that people tend to forget it happened because the new one was in Las Vegas, UNLV.
Right.
It was not that long ago. So then people remember that one, but then there's this one, there's the other one, and it's sad. It's obviously like
So
fucked
what
up
are
what
those
people
two
do.
big columns that they built right there?
Which one? Let's see.
Those two big
I don't know
concrete
what that
columns.
is, though.
What is that?
So yeah, man. So you're for your project, once you finish it up, you think you're gonna be going into this Texas one? Is that a possibility?
The new one?
The one that they just called you.
Oh, if we go on it, we're gonna go sooner than that. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's
Oh,
gotta
so before this finished, you'll jump into the
Oh,
next deal?
it's gonna have to. Yeah, if we need to take it down, it's gonna be taken down like in the next 45 days.
Got it.
So, but he's sending over info, and I'll take a look at it and then see if it makes some sense, and I'll pick up the phone and call our big partners.
Making it happen. If people want to reach out to you, the Instagram, if they want to hear more about the coaching, because you give out a lot of like free stuff, man. You give like the book, like the workbook, like there's a lot of stuff that you give out as far as education. So where can they find you? You know.
Yeah, YouTube, Instagram. Obviously, just type my name into Instagram, Justin Brennan. I should come up. Type, YouTube, same thing, Justin Brennan, and should come up. Or you can go to multifamilyschooled.com, and we have all the free resources on there, a bunch of free stuff, so people can learn, right? And then once people are ready, and they're ready to come into it, like, we will move the needle for you. But both people got to work, right? We'll give the info, we can lead, but people need to want to do it for themselves too. So.
People need to kind of apply and understand.
Yeah, it's like anything.
They can't just like do something and expect things to happen. They gotta work. They gotta do their stuff.
We do a done with you model.
Mm-hmm.
So we're a done with you model. We will do it with you and help you, but we're not a done for you model.
Got it.
So that if you want that, then just be a passive investor and give us your money, and we'll go invest it for you. That could certainly happen.
As an investor, right?
Yeah, as a passive investor. That's right. So there's kind of a different ways, but Yeah, that's it, man. I appreciate your time. This was fun. Now
We're still here,
Now you need to dance.
You want me to put some music?
Let's
Is
put
that
some
what?
music on. We'll finish off with some music. A little EDM.
What do you like to dance to? I mean, I have some I got some good music. I like Calvin Harris. You know Calvin Harris?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty eclectic.
I shouldn't even ask you because you didn't know who Tiesto was.
Well, I do now. I mean, I was not partying with a guy. You know, partying behind the guy. That was wild. When I showed that to friends, like later, they're like, "Bro, it's fucking Tiesto."
Yeah, it's
I'm like,
a big deal.
who? And they're like, "Wait a minute, you were like,
Oh,
there's
man,
Tiesto." And I was like, "I don't know who that Tiesto is."
Tiesto's big, man. Calvin Harris, every song of him I like. Of him.
It's kind of like Cascade a little bit too,
Cascade
right?
is exactly like that.
Yeah.
That kind of type where they just have great music. Benny Benassi too, but some people say that they're just like too popular, too poppy, but like I just love their music. And this thing like pumps. I'm gonna turn it up for the camera.
Standing in the light till it's over, out of our minds. Someone had to draw a line. We'll be coming back for you one
There's your
day.
karaoke.
We'll be coming back for you one day. I don't even
But I can
care
probably-
if I know you out of our minds. Got to leave it all behind.
You want me to drop you off at an airport?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
We'll be coming back for you one day.
Wow! This shit's got some. That's good. Good. Wow!
You were expecting
I was
that
not
one, huh?
expecting that kind of horsepower, dude. That was legit.
Horsepower without the horse.
Yeah, I call that an electric power.
That's it.
That's got some
man.
serious torque.
Yeah, it's instant torque.
Yeah.
All right, McNamara. What's the new?
Yeah, that doesn't mess around. It's good. I like that.
I wanted to make sure because it does fucking punch it.
No, that's a good punch. I like that. You may have to do that again.
Okay, I need to give it some time.
Dude, that's no joke. I mean, that shit, like,
Yeah.
this is not the plaid, no? No.
No, the Plaid is even faster than this. This is the dual motor sports one.
Okay. Wow.
We'll be coming back for you one day. We'll be coming back for you one day. I don't even care if I know you out of our minds. Try to
Do we want to turn them off now?
They're like,
Can we turn these things off now?
if you want. I mean, I always keep them running so I get moments like that with
Oh.
with
Catch me plastered to the back of the seat.
yeah.
Looking like a moron.
Well, I always try to get like people's face reaction to that. Rule 62.
Rule 62.
Don't take yourself seriously.
Good old Vegas, baby.
That's it, man. This guy is one of our clients.
The Castro Verde?
Yeah.
Okay.
We-
So do
we
you
run
do
their
digital mostly?
Well, we run their social media for them as well.
Okay.
We do billboards. The main one was the trucks.
You buy billboard spots or what?
Well, on our trucks.
Oh,
So
okay,
people
gotcha.
get on our
Yeah.
trucks. But we do digital ads, so we do pay per click, GDN, like
Mm-hmm.
YouTube ads, like everything on there, and
How do you like YouTube ads?
they're very efficient. So a lot of people don't know that there's a feature if it's set up properly where you don't have to pay for the YouTube ad unless it's watched 100% of it. So if you put the call to action and everything that first like 8 seconds, once people like click out or skip it or whatever, then you're essentially getting all these free impressions. It matches the call to action without having to
Gotcha.
pay for it. And so
I mean, how much does a billboard like this cost?
well, this guy buys on bulk, so probably like 3,000 to 3,500.
Really? So he's buying on bulk. Because how many does he have? Like 20?
on the low end, on the higher end, be about 8,000
Okay.
for those billboards
Per
here in
month.
Las Vegas per month.
Per
Yeah.
month,
So he buys probably 50 of those. So he's,
50?
yeah, probably.
Wow.
Yeah. They spend well over 6 figures a month in advertising.
Okay, gotcha.
You've recognized this guy probably from LA, Sweet James, coming up on the left.
Yeah.
So he's buying now billboards here in Las Vegas.
Wow.
See, that was one law firm right here on the right. There's another law firm
firms
right here on the left. There's another law firm. So they're all competing. So the moment this guy drops it, someone is gonna pick it up. Somebody already wants it.
Right.
The benefit of where we come in, look, 4 law firms in 3 corners. You got Sweet James, they got Cerverde, they got Lerner and Rowe, and
Go
Nagby back
deep,
there.
go long, pinkcherry.com. Wow. Go deep, go long, pinkcherry.com.
They should hire us for that.
They should totally fucking hire us.
Yeah.
It's great. I just hired myself
Yeah.
for the voice overlay.
So yeah, but in LA, some freeway billboards like on the 405, on the 15,
They're a lot more than that.
They're 30, 40,000 a month.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's when the idea popped up in my head where I was like, well, I used to buy this one billboard in downtown LA. It was $120,000 a month.
No way.
And it had to be bought for an entire year, so it was like a $1.4 million billboard. So then every time, like, you know, the check had to be paid for that or whatever, I'm thinking like, some person is getting this money right now while he's sitting. He's not doing anything. And I was like, this is the money. The money is like on owning the asset.
Yeah, correct.
Passenger pickup. Departing flights. It's in owning the asset, and as I'm driving around, always looking for billboards that are not 40,000 or that, you know, they're available. Then I realized that I was always stuck behind trucks, just white trucks, like delivery trucks, semis. And then I was like, I'm always stuck behind these. You can't get away from them when they're in front of you. You can't miss them.
Right.
And then it just hit me. I was like, I bet if I would to put an ad on that truck, it would be seen more than me trying to find a billboard that's available.
Sure.
And then that's when it hit me. I was like, oh, this is a great idea. Let me try to pitch this to my boss. And then she laughed at me and she said, stay in your own lane.
Really?
Well, I was very new in the company. I was like 2 weeks new.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got this idea. We should do this on trucks. And she goes like, listen, 2 weeks into the company and you're already trying to change things.
Gotcha.
So I simmered on that idea for about 2 years.
Yep.
And then eventually I started doing on my own, like little pieces. And while working full time, I wanted to do this part time. And then this part time, you know, I started paying
more or as much.
A lot more.
Yeah.
A lot more. Than,
Amazing.
You know, after a year, like it wasn't like I made money right away.
Of course.
It took what you were talking about at the beginning. It takes resilience. Like some people get fucked over and then they stop and then they go into the easy.
Correct.
Right?
Well, it's
like
you could
have chosen to go into a regular job after what happened maybe with your dad or something.
It's the compound effect.
Yeah.
Where you're going to do a lot of work up front to get things moving, to build the momentum. And it's a lot with no result.
Yep.
So you just need to trust the process. And then you have to allow the compound effect to do its job. Because eventually, you stick with something long enough and you become good at it and you're consistently disciplined enough, the results will show up. They absolutely will. But a lot of people will get to that kind of 11th hour thing and they won't get to the full 12. Like they're right there. We've all done it. We're like, oh God, if I just, we're right
You're
there.
so close.
So close.
Yeah.
And I gave up or I did this or I didn't do that and I didn't follow through because I didn't trust the process.
It's like when you throw, you know, a snowball from the top of a snow mountain. It's just so little. At the beginning, it doesn't cause any you know, damage or effect. But
as it builds,
as it builds up, all of a sudden,
pretty powerful.
Momentum is faster. It gets bigger, and it's exactly what's happening with you with the apartments. Like you build it up, you're going for more, and now
then it becomes exponential.
I'm always surprised when you say like it's easier to get a loan for like a 50 unit or 100 unit than it is to get for a 3 unit, 4 unit, and that just boggles to the logical mind.
Right.
Once you know it. You know it. You know how the game works.
You don't realize that the money's chasing that stuff and then wants to give it to that stuff more. So
that's it. All right.
peace
I'm
out,
shutting this
everybody.
off.
I'm flying back to San Diego.